Hi comic book fans, and welcome to another Suddenly Comics video. Today I'm going to do a mail haul video. These are comics that have arrived in the post today, quite a big post today, and some really interesting comics. Okay, I'm going to start off and you are going to think I have gone completely bonkers. I have bought 6 copies of this Justice League Europe issue 33. What on earth am I thinking of? Now, they're not very expensive. I got all 6 copies for about 12 quid. But what on earth do I want 6 copies of this for? Well, it is because there is the first appearance of a character in this. Would you like to guess who it is? I'll tell you. He's blue, and this dates from 1991. Any clues? Okay, I'm going to show you. Because inside this comic, we have a 16-page promotional comic for Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog, this little promotional comic, which is 16 pages long and is entirely in this issue. This promotional comic was given away with the first copies ever of Sonic the Hedgehog video game. But they obviously had some left over, so they gave them to DC to put in this comic. So this is the first comic appearance of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, this comic costs a couple of quid. However, this little insert, which you get in the comic, is selling on eBay for $100. No, I am not kidding you. Let's see if we can show you it. There we go. So this is on eBay at the moment. Sonic the Hedgehog 1991 promotional 16-page Sega Genesis advertisement comic. $120. Well, the world is a mad and crazy place, and hopefully I'm going to make a few quid by selling some Sonic the Hedgehog promotional adverts. Okay, so I picked this up from a guy in the States who does a series of videos. He's called The Comic Geek. He drops some really good pieces of knowledge. And this one's just completely stunned me. Right, next up, even more peculiar. Do you know who was the first ever reoccurring comic character in comics? I'll tell you. It is a British character called Ali Sloper, and he first appeared in a magazine called Judy magazine in 1867. Now, Judy magazine was a companion magazine to Punch magazine, which was around in the UK for a long time. And Ali Sloper was so successful that in 1867 he transferred to his own comic called Ali Sloper's Half Holiday. There you go. So if you're interested in comics, now I just picked up, and it cost me £12.95, a copy of Ali Sloper #1 from 1948. So he'd been around quite a long time when this comic came out. And with it, I've got a free Ali Sloper bottle opener. There you go. Okay, so I think this is probably 2 of the strangest openings to a comic haul video. Right, we're on to some more traditional stuff now. Well, I say traditional, but you know, I quite like the weird. Now, I've got virtually all Howard the Duck comics, and I'm also quite a big fan of Lobo. Now, I was watching a YouTube channel the other week, and somebody mentioned that there was a comic called Lobo the Duck. Now, I thought they were having me on, but I looked it up, and there is a Lobo the Duck comic. Here it is. It's from a phase where they were doing a thing called Amalgam, and they were doing a combination of DC and Marvel. And somebody had the bright idea of putting together Lobo and Howard the Duck. So this is Lobo the Duck #1, trapped in a world he never fragged. Okay, I mean, I just had to get that. I've no idea what it's worth, but I had to have it. Right, on to some more traditional stuff now. I'm a big Fantastic Four fan, so I picked up a couple of oldish Fantastic Fours, not that expensive, but I liked the covers. This is Fantastic Four number 50. It's quite a modern one, but I liked the cover. It'll go into my Fantastic Four collection. And this one, I like this as well. I hadn't seen this cover before, and it says Fantastic Four 1, 2, 3, 4 here. I'm not quite sure why. Marvel Knights 2, but it's by Grant Morrison, art by Jay Lee, and we've got, I presume that's Namor and Invisible Woman there, getting a bit romantic. I like the artwork on that. Right, so then I've been digging around for some Doctor Doom key issues, because I think Doctor Doom is going to take off in the next 3 to 5 years. I think he's going to appear in the MCU, and I think Doctor Doom key issues are going to go rocketing. So we've got here, this is a super little John Byrne 2 comic series here. Fantastic Four 246. I think somebody has taken over Latveria, Zorba, something like that. No, Zorba the Greek. Anyway, somebody's taken over Latveria, and Doctor Doom enlists the Fantastic Four to get it back for him. So that's the first issue, and here we have the second issue, 247, a really nice Doom cover. Of course, having the Fantastic Four help Doom get his kingdom back, he then turns on them as he would. You know, he's Doctor Doom. So also in searching out some Doctor Dooms, I'm sure the comic fans amongst you, some of you will know that Astonishing Tales, the first few issues of Astonishing Tales were actually two parts. They were Doctor Doom and Akazar. So when I was looking for some Doctor Dooms, I found this guy, and he was selling, instead of selling them singly, he was selling a whole collection of Astonishing Tales, 3 of the Doctor Doom Akazar ones, and then a load of the Akazar ones. Now I tend to find if somebody's selling a collection, you can get them at a better price than you can if you're buying the singles. So I knocked this guy down. He was asking, I think there's 12 copies here, 12 issues, and he was asking £90. So I went in with an offer of 60. He countered offered with 65, and I went for it. So this is effectively about $100 for these comics. We're talking about $10 each, but some of these are worth a lot more than $10 in my view. So first up, we've got Astonishing Tales 3, Akazar and Doctor Doom. So that's a nice copy. None of these are a huge grade. They're probably, majority of these are sort of 4.5 to 6. Maybe the best is a 6.5, but even at these grades they're worth more than $10. Second one, Akazar and Doctor Doom number 5. I've actually got, this is my second issue of this. I've actually got this one already, but this is quite a nice copy. It's not a bad grade. Now this next one I really like. It's not in a very good grade, but the cover's just great. This has got Doctor Doom and T'Challa on it, and it's got Doctor Doom invades the African stronghold of T'Challa. So this is a great comic to have picked up, and this is an expensive comic, even in this sort of grade. This has got some value, so I'm really pleased to have picked this up for $10. Okay, so then we're into it. Then Doctor Doom drops out, and it just becomes Akazar. So we've got Tales to Astonish 9. As you can see, Doctor Doom has disappeared from joint billing. And then this one is interesting. This is because this is a Tales to Astonish 12, and it's a nice cover. I think it's Neil Adams. And this is, believe it or not, the second appearance of Man-Thing. So in a high grade, this is worth about, in a 9.8, this is worth over $800. This is not a 9.8. but it's a 5 or a 5.5. And then I've got the next one as well, Tales to Astonish 13, which I presume is the third appearance of Man-Thing, and he's actually on the cover. There we go. We then got Tales to Astonish 15, Tales to Astonish 16. I don't think there's anything particularly special about these ones. Tales to Astonish 17, and of course these less interesting ones are in better condition. I've got a character there called Gemini, I've never heard of, and Tales to Astonish 18. And finally, Tales to Astonish number 19, and it says the Super Soldier Strikes. Now, I haven't read it. I don't know if it's anything to do with the super soldiers that we're dealing with in the MCU at the moment. But that's what it says there, the Super Soldier Strikes. Okay, and just one more. This is the most expensive comic that I've got here that I paid for. I think it's hugely undervalued, this comic. It's Avengers 58. And you can see this is the origin of Vision. Now the previous issue, Avengers 57, is the first appearance of Vision, and this one which followed it, obviously Vision's second appearance and his origin issue. Go and check the prices of these. This issue is hugely undervalued compared to number 47 in my view. And what colour is Vision here? He's white. Well, okay. I think this is very undervalued, but I've got a whole different story to tell about this, which I'm going to have a single episode on in the near future. Okay, guys, that's it. I hope you found this interesting. And please, if you liked my video, give me a like. It cheers me up. And even better, if you want to see more of me wearing a hat, then subscribe to my channel. Thanks very much.